To start, we make a slip knot and then just make chain to your chest measurements. I don't like counting, so I don't really care about the number of stitches for this. The number of stitches matter a little bit, but we can fix the mistakes later on. When you finish crocheting the chains, we then double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. Then we do 1 chain, skip 1, and then double crochet into the stitch after that. This is also called a mesh stitch, which means we have double crochet, a gap in between, and then another double crochet. Keep repeating the same process until the end of the row. It will be a long and tedious process, but it will get easier when you crochet the next rows. At the end of this row, you will either see you have the perfect number of chain or you will have an extra chain. And if there is an extra chain, then just skip 2 instead of skip 1. I know it's a bit weird, but this means we don't have to count the exact number, and honestly the mistakes won't be noticeable at all. Then move on to the next row with chain 4. And then flip. We skip the spaces and only double crochet onto the previous double crochet. And basically it's the same mesh stitch, so a double crochet, a chain 1, and then another double crochet. After doing the same thing for quite a long time, you will eventually finish the top section, which I did for about 20 to 25 centimeters. Then we do the middle border between the top and the bottom section. This middle border is still double crochet, it's just that we also double crochet into the space. So now we have a solid line in the middle of this crochet piece. After 3 rows of this middle border, we then move back to the normal mesh stitch like before. I'm going to explain this complicated part in a little bit. What I did here was every 10 repeats, I did increase where I don't skip any but do chain 1 double crochet, chain 1 double crochet like consecutively. So if you want the size to be wider, you can do it in fewer repeats. So like in every 5 mesh stitch, you can do one that without any skip, which is the increase part. Here is an image to describe what I mean. Now we repeat the same thing for 2 more rows where there is like a no skip part. You would do a normal mesh stitch when there is a normal mesh stitch under it, and when you see the increase part from the previous row, then you also don't skip, then that way you will have like more increases. Then from the 4th row we do the normal mesh stitch for every single stitch. So a double crochet, skip space, chain 1 double crochet and repeat. After reaching your desired length, then we can do a border around this piece. So what I decided to do is to do a border around 3 sides, and this is the direction of crocheting, so we can do it in one go. For the borders, we are double crochet into every single stitch. That includes the space as well. And I won't show the full process, but you can follow the previous diagram for the workflow. And if we are doing 3 sides, then that way we can do it in one go without having to cut off the yarn. The easier way is to just do the borders all around the piece, so you can just crochet in like a circle. I decided to attach the top half. Cut a long strand of string about 3 to 4 times the length. Then we use a tapestry needle to go through the stitches. So at the very start, you want to go into one side and go into the other one and kind of make a knot there by going back and forth at the start. Then for the subsequent stitching, it's basically going under one stitch and then going under another stitch from the other side, and it will stitch up together. It's kind of like going in a zigzag pattern, and I think there's no stress if you get it wrong because it's the same color of yarn and it won't be obvious. Also, the side I'm stitching on is like the top side, so I can see what happens on the top, and whatever happened like in the reverse side will be hidden anyway. When you reach the end of the section you're stitching, then just pull the yarn to the reverse side, and we're going to make a knot there and also weave in the yarn. For the strap, I'm using the tri-fold technique. So fold the yarn 3 times and then we make a slip knot like normal. This way the strap is thicker and we still only need to make one row of chains. I like to attach the yarn after making a slip knot. To do this, you just put the hook through where you want to attach. For the trifold yarn, you just need to pull the single strand across the loop and then you get like a next section of the trifold yarn. And then you're going to make a chain like normal. For the straps, I decided to make 4 individual ones, so 4 of the straps on like 4 sides, and then tie them together. But the other way you can do it is to make 2 long strands on the 2 sides of the body.